Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, I welcome you once again to our lessons on the subject of inheritance in Islam. Last time, we were looking at the three scenarios where we have the sum of the fixed shares, the first case equal to 1, no problem. And then the second case where we have the sum of the fixed shares greater than 1, that is the case of owl or increase, where we increase the denominator to equal the sum of the numerators, thereby decreasing the share of each hair proportionately. Then the third case we were dealing with was the case of rod or return, where the sum of the fixed shares is less than 1 and there is residue and there are no residuary or no residuaries to return the residue to. In that case, we are returning the residue to the fixed sharers in proportion to their fixed shares. We have dealt with the first method where we calculated the rod portion of that share, what the ones entitled to rod will get, and then we add it to their fixed shares. So they will have a total share greater than their fixed share. So the second method we want to attempt now, we deal with the issue in 2 stages. First of all, we assign the share of the one that is not entitled to rod, and then we have a new base and then calculate from there. So let's go ahead. Rod principle continued. This is method 2, as we mentioned. So recall that the heads were wife, mother, and a daughter. So only the wife is not entitled to rod here. So you assign her own share and then deal with the rest that are entitled to rod. This is in stages now. This is how different this method is to the first method where we assign the shares and then calculate the rod share for those who are entitled to. Then we now add the two fixed and rod share for those who are entitled. And finally, we have the distribution. So in this case, the wife is not entitled to rod, but is entitled to fixed share. Her fixed share is so in this solution, we assign the one that is not entitled to first, which is 1/8. The wife has 1/8 here, according to Quran chapter 4, verse 12, that deals with spouses and maternal siblings. So having removed this one, the residue or balance after the spouse's own, the residue here is 1 minus 1/8, which is 7/8. So this is what we will be assigning to the mother and daughter that are also entitled to. They have fixed shares and also entitled to rod. So first of all, mother's fixed share is 1/6 because there is a child, according to Quran chapter 4, verse 11. And daughter's fixed share is half, according to the same Quran chapter 4, verse 11. So we sum the fractions, total rod ratio for those who are entitled. We have for the mother is 1/6, that is her fixed share, plus the daughter's half. We have 1 plus 3, 4/6. So what we do next is that the second base, the new base, is 4. Instead of dividing what we are going to share to them, the two of them, to be 6, is 4 this time around because the total portions they have is 4. So instead of dividing the balance into 6 places, you divide into 4. The mother will be having 1 and the daughter 3 portions. So if we have this one, this is of the balance after giving the spouse's own share. So we now have that this is the new base. So the mother will have 1/4. That is the mother's share. It's 1/4 times what we are returning is 7/8. What is left, that is taking 1/4 of it after giving the spouse's own. So we have 7/32. Then the daughter's share will be, we can see here, 3. 3/4 times what we are returning to them, or the balance that they are taking from, which is 21/32. So we are done. This second method is very simple. It's simpler than the first one. So we now say the final distribution or the final shares. We have the wife's own who never had the rod share. It's 1/8. And then mother, 7/32. And then we have daughter, 21/32 as before. Check this one, and if you go to what we have before, you will see that it's the same thing. See, 1/8 wife, mother 7/32, and then daughter 21/32, which is the same thing as we have here. It's very simple. We need to establish, after giving the one that is not entitled to rod his or her share, then you now have a new base based on the fixed shares of those entitled to the rod. And then that you now have new fractions based on the balance that is remaining for those entitled to rod to share. Then you fashion that out by multiplying by what is the balance, the new fraction times the balance that the people entitled to rod are going to have, and then you get your new shares. So you just bring down the person you have already assigned his or her fixed share, and then the new shares you've calculated from from the new base. So that is why you now have from wife 1/8, and then mother 7/32, and then the daughter 21/32. So you have the same result as we have before. So let me quickly add here that for those who are entitled to rod, we apart from the spouse that are not entitled to rod, we have the following 8 heirs that are entitled to rod. We have uterine brother, those entitled to rod, entitled to rod. There are 8 of them. Uterine brother is the only male. And then we have uterine sister, daughter. We have granddaughter, that is daughter of son. Full sister, paternal sister, who takes the place of full sister in the absence of full sister. And then we have also mother of the disease, as we have seen, mother. And then we have grandmother in the absence of mother. That is true grandmother. These are the 8 people who are entitled to rod. As we'll be seeing in later calculations, they are mainly women except one that is a male who is connected to the disease through the mother's side. So inshallah, we'll stop here. We'll be going to further calculations on inheritance. I will pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will spare our lives till then and beyond. May Allah enrich us in knowledge. Amin. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamu ala al-mursalin.